Greetings and aloha, what's going on? It's Mike's from LiveMyAssOff.com. Why am I living my ass off? I am in Bangkok. And I mean, I've said this before, I am not a big city guy, but I love Bangkok. It's about 3 or so on a Saturday, April 2nd. And it looked like it was going to rain, but I checked the weather forecast, which is online, the weather forecasts that I seem to get, weather.com, Google, whatever, they seem to be fairly accurate, and so it just tells me it's going to be cloudy all day. And it has, which, had I checked that, I probably would have stayed out. I was like out since about 7 this morning and walking around and had a great walk. I've been averaging about 15,000 steps a day lately, which is a little excessive actually, but right now, I was sitting at home and I thought, you know, it's only 3 o'clock. I mean, it looks dark, right? Because it's like gray and it's cloudy and all that. But when I was looking at the map for the BTS this morning, when I was on the BTS this morning, I was like, wow, there's so many stops down there. I should really go all the way to the end someday. Well, someday is right now. And quite frankly, any day of your life is someday right now. So I wanted to take advantage of that. And so the mask thing in Bangkok, it's actually pretty, you know, it's not as ridiculously enforced as it was before with like the 20,000 baht fine and all that, but it's absolutely like a social norm. And I'm starting to get closer to the station, Punawiti, where I'm going to take from Punawiti all the way to the end of Khu Khot, as I believe the end. So anyway, so I'm going to put my mask up so as to be a part of the cool kids table, and I just wanted to check in. I grabbed my GoPro just as I was leaving, and I thought, well, maybe I'll do a video, maybe I won't. So anyway, I just wanted to check in, and we'll see what it looks like along the way, potentially, as well as at the end of the BTS. Talk to you soon. This has occurred every time I've taken a train to its last stop. I've done that on the Purple Line, for MRT, BTS, no matter where it's gone, and every single time it extends, I seem to go to the end. There is always a ton of tracks still. They are not stopping. And I'll tell you, the thing to be would have been the guy who knew the guy who had the plans for how far the BTS is going to go like 25 years ago, and to buy all the real estate down there. Because I will tell you that the minute you put a condo near BTS, the price of it goes up like 20-30% from, you know, just even like a few blocks away from the main road. And BTSs are usually on the main road. So as you might guess, this is gorgeous and new and clean, and stays that way because of wonderful people like that. The gates are obviously newer, but they also still take the Rapid card, thank God. So anyway, because we already went down to Keha. I took you down there, and in fact, if you remember, when Gracie and I had the electric car, down past Keha is the ancient city, and so it's a heck of a walk if you were to take Keha and then go all the way down to the ancient city. You can do it, but anyway, so I'm at the end here, but what I don't see really is a lot of anything. The the Purple Line, when I took the Purple Line all the way to the end, there was a giant mall. And here, there's a park and ride, which is absolutely awesome. Because then, you know, I mean, if you're from far out of the city, you come here and park, and I'll bet the parking is incredibly reasonable. It's not raining. I'll tell you though, some of those clouds, they look like rain clouds, but all of the data that I checked said it's gonna be cloudy today. It's not gonna be, and it is cool. I mean, for Bangkok in April, it's like 80 degrees. That's that's like freezing cold. Oh, you know the other thing I'm gonna do? I was gonna just stay here and then get on the train and then go back the other way, because it's like 4:45, and I think it'll take me about an hour to get all the way back to house. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to see what it costs to get all the way to the end. So that'll be interesting. Now it doesn't tell me on that, but what it will do, because I have it like auto deduct through Rabbit Line Pay, if you know what that is, but I have it auto deduct from my bank account. So what happens literally seconds after I tap that card, I get a text and it tells me how much it just cost me. So that was 59 baht. And I think to date, the highest I've ever paid. Oh, you know what? Here's another thing that I really love, is that they have these restrooms, and it seems like it's only like all the way on the really far away things. But anyway, I'm gonna use this. I'll be right back. Okay, so that was very convenient. And again, I found that the stops that are much further away from downtown, like I have never been on a BTS and experienced them having a restroom like, you know, at Asok or something like this. I think the one that's the closest to my house, Udam Suk, I don't think Udam Suk has one either. But anyway, now what's interesting to me is that I'm out here, you know, far away, arguably, from the city center of Bangkok. And, you know, it has mentioned, right? It's like, oh, they're putting a BTS in. Well, time to put in another condo complex. Anyway, so this is Khu Khot station. Khu Khot. I'm probably pronouncing it imperfectly. But, you know, it's funny, like once, I don't know, for me, like once I get out of the big, you know, city center, right? And I'm out sort of in the suburbs, I guess, the outskirts of Bangkok, it is so the same. Every single stop, like and it's not a bad thing, but there's like, you know, there's individual like single family homes, 2-story usually, sometimes 3-story. They have those, and then the other kind of housing is the 3, sometimes 5-story, like townhouses, right? And they're right next to each other. And it's just that over and over again. Like one stop after another. It's more and more and more and more of them. And I love it. And I you know, it's like I just don't know what it is about Bangkok. I just love. I fit here. I fit here in Bangkok. I fit in Thailand, a number of places. I don't know. I'm sure there's been a place that I've been in Thailand where I'm like, ah, this just isn't for me. Anyway, so we're gonna check out this park and ride. So here's the other nice thing about that restroom, is it had like bars everywhere. So if you had any physical handicap whatsoever. Oh, and check this out. There's also restrooms in the park and ride. That's awesome. It's little things like that that I will tell you, they don't, it doesn't like take a lot to do that. Arguably in the US you could say, yeah, but the maintenance costs, you gotta hire like 2 full-time people and they gotta like clean the thing. You know, that one over there was ridiculously clean. It's also quite new. You know, I mean, this is the station, right? And, you know, it certainly isn't a fixer-upper, but it, but there was no toilet paper in there and there was no hand towels, but whatever, you don't need hand towels. But yeah, they're very conscious of like providing facilities for the handicapped. That's nice. Now I wonder how you pay. I wonder if this is one of these, I wonder if that's like English. Oh, English is not an option. Actually, it's either Thai or what's that, Korean or Japanese. So, yeah, wow. Well, I am illiterate as that goes, so I won't be able to understand parking locator. And so then there's, I guess, an application that you can download and install, and that will allow you to potentially pay. Here's the payment kiosk, which I assume, J-Park, which I assume is one of these deals where you get a key upon entry and then you pay here and then you put the mag stripe or RFID, probably mag stripe, that's cheaper as a disposable product. These are always neat. I don't know how efficient they are as far as people getting from one level to the other, but I always thought they looked really cool. And look at this, it's packed. It's like the airport, man. So obviously it's getting used, which is good. Because I mean, I think it's kind of neat when they open up a new station or something way out or whatever. Like the Purple Line, for example. I took the Purple Line all the way to the end, and you know, the last 3 or 4 stops, there were very few people on there. Now today's Saturday, so one could argue that maybe Monday through Friday this is a lot busier. I don't know. But anyway, I like doing stuff like this, and this is one of these things that I like doing by myself, but it's good that I like doing them by myself because, you know, Gracie, while she would certainly enjoy us spending time together, as would I, but she wouldn't necessarily want to just get on a train and go all the way to the end and then get back on the train and go all the way. Yeah. So, you know, these are some of the things that I just like to do by myself, so, yeah. So anyway, all right, so we're gonna head on back. And so basically less than $2 from, I'm at E11, which is basically south, or 11 stops south of Siam. And now I am 24 stops north of Siam. This is N24. And so, and again, this is, you know, east and south, right? So it's like lower Sukhumvit. So I live here, right there. Punawiti, Dana, actually, and Jib lived off of Bangkok, down here. And this is actually not to scale, because basically from where we live, Suvarnabhumi is really more directly east versus like north. I mean, it is certainly a little up, but it's pretty much closer to here. As the train was coming up here, around here is Don Muang Airport, around here. So as you can see, airport rail link, right? That goes all the way out to here, and then this dotted line is the what used to be the railroad. Basically, it still is the railroad, but of course there's a stop right around here at Don Muang for the old, you know, railroad. But then there's also, of course, the raised, I guess, dark red line that they're calling it. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, I've caught that before off of, well, you can get it at Bangsu. And where else have I gotten it? I'm trying to remember where else. I think I caught it at Bangsu, but I may have got it at maybe the Purple Line. I can't remember where I took it before, but I took it all the way to the to Don Muang. And so anyway, it's 4:55, so 5 o'clock. We'll see how long it takes us to get all the way home from all the way down here. From Khu Khot. Off we go. I'm actually kind of cold. I don't think I'd ever say that in Bangkok. But, so you know, I can always take the escalator, right? But here's the reason I take the stairs. Because one day, I'm not gonna be able to take stairs. And I'm gonna be really grateful that there's escalator. Oh wait, am I going home the right way? I think so, because I can't go any further. Yeah, no entry, okay. Oh, there's a police station out here, cool, in case you have need for that. That park and ride is really cool. I didn't, I've seen one more of those. I can't remember where it was, but anyway, well, thank you very much, BTS. Thank you, Bangkok. And here's our train. This one goes all the way to the other end of the line, which is Khu Khot. So off we go.